my Flosstube friends. It's time for another episode. Hello, it is Friday again, which means it's time to hang out with me. I am Annie, Joyfilled Stitcher, both here on YouTube. This is YouTube, yes, and over on Instagram. I hope everybody's had a wonderful week. This is my channel and video about cross stitch called Flosstube. So yeah, this is Flosstube number 88. We are, kind of getting towards that big 100 century milestone. I'm feeling pretty amazed that it's been this long. So it is Friday, January the 22nd of 2021. And I hope everybody has had a wonderful week since we spoke last. This is my fun Friday Flosstube Weekly Update. Sorry, I'm a bit scatterbrained. I didn't get notes done today. A little bit more of life update here in a minute. I want to thank everybody who is joining me, a returning friend, coming back to watch another weekly installment of my videos. If you are new here, welcome. Or fairly new here, welcome. Like I said, I talk about cross stitching. I talk a little bit about knitting here and there. My love of those two things. There's some life thrown in about the Joy-Filled family. And occasionally there's some other craftiness that comes in and things like that. So you might have noticed I've kind of briefly tweaked what's behind me. So I put this is my 2019 temperature cross stitch that I finished. This is an ornament, a really pretty teeny tiny little biscornu that one of my stitchy friends sent me. This over here is actually, where's my finger? This over here is actually a cross stitch ornament that I found when I was going through Christmas ornaments in the garage that somebody made me. I don't know who. I've reached out to my mom and she can't seem to verify who created it for me in 1982. So yeah, that's kind of cool that that's back there. So the first thing I want to do is give you all a hug, because that's what we do around here. These here parts, is we give hugs. So come on in, let's get a hug. This is a virtually distanced, safe, COVID safe hug. So here we go. Let's do a hug. And then we're gonna do one more. And then we're gonna give one to ourselves, and we're gonna say have a great Flosstube day. So I need to thank some folks. I need to thank all of you, obviously, for returning back once again, but I need to thank those folks that chose to buy me a coffee this week, or in my case, buy me a fancy floss. So down in the description box below, I do have a link to buy me a coffee. I call it Buy Me a Fancy Floss. I gave up coffee almost a year ago, all caffeine in general. I found it was triggering anxious type feelings in me, and so I cut it out completely, and so this level of energy is just naturally occurring. I will be perfectly honest, I'm wiped. A little bit more on that here in a bit. But I want to thank Stephanie from Oregon, who bought me a fancy floss. Like I said, no notes, so I'm going through my emails. Lynn, who bought me some fancy floss. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Desiree, who bought me some fancy floss. Beverly W., thank you for buying me some fancy floss. And then today, Liz, the girl from Philly, bought me some fancy floss. So thank you all so much. I love that. It's obviously not mandatory to watch my channel. That kind of goes, that kind of goes to help fund some of the cool stuff that I show on here. It also goes to keep my videos ad-free. I demonetized my videos back at the end of October, and I just have felt no need to remonetize them. I did that because the ads that were playing were not, in my opinion, well, one, there were too many ads, and that's just not in my place to put those all in there. And I have no control over it. So I took them out. So yeah. Monetization for me was like nothing really anyway. But more than anything, those funds really do buy the fancy floss or the other things that I show on this channel. So what's been going on this week? I don't have a whole lot in the way of stitching because I kind of was, okay, I'm not monogamous because I do have more than one project to show, but I was semi-monogamous. And so I feel pretty proud of that. I am slowly working through some whips that have not been out. I am so far rocking it with Alpha My Bets, which is a challenge I am doing from Semi-Sane Stitchers, which is a group on Facebook. And so I have like a tiny bit of stitching to show, tiny bit of knitting to show, some hallelujah to show, and then I'm going to do some life update. But I am going to go ahead and update you. So a couple of you asked, I think, and I don't know that I actually addressed it in last week's video. We did in fact get snow the Sunday before last. And so yes, it didn't get on any roads, so we didn't end up having school on that Monday. We had a long weekend this week. We had Monday off. Went to the dentist. Woohoo! And then I helped my mom clean out some of my grandmother's things from her garage, and in the process I found a very cool box of cross-stitchy treasures that had belonged to my aunt, who I don't know how it ended up there, but it's now in my possession. And I did an Insta story unboxing of that. I don't think I saved them, unfortunately, but you'll see them over time, because there's at least one project that I know I want to pull out here pretty soon, because it doesn't need much to get finished. Anyway, so I did that. We did that on Monday, and then Joyful Little One spent quite a bit of time with her grandparents this weekend, which was super fun. Wednesday was my dad's birthday. Joyful Little One's birthday is actually on Sunday, and so we've kind of been apparently celebrating her all week, because it's, you know, her birthday week. And so that's been kind of fun to like yesterday my mom brought her lunch at school. Today I ordered in Panera for us at school, because that's one of her favorites. And so it's just kind of been fun. And she had little treats with her class today at school. And they said happy birthday to her on the announcements, and then they sang to her. And so it's just super special. Yesterday, so why I'm kind of wiped is yesterday, and if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen my Insta stories today. I'm a little bit late in filming. It's almost 6 o'clock my time here. I was walking, you know, as we do, we walk. And we've had kind of off and on rain and drizzle and dreariness, kind of for the past few days. Today it was dreary, but it didn't really rain, but it was still, there was holdover moisture. Well, anyway, yesterday, after I got done with carpool duty, I had my rain boots on, because it was spittily rain enough to not want to get my like fairly new, very nice leather boots wet from carpool. I came back, and I have a pair of rain boots that stays at school, and I have a pair of rain boots at home. Well, so I typically will take off my school rain boots and leave them there, so they're always there. And so I put back on my very nice leather boots that have leather bottoms, because that's the style of boots I like. So walking down the steps, no problem. I got my bags. Joyful Little One's next to me with her backpack. She's actually helping me carry an extra little bag we had. We're actually walking out with her teacher, who is very pregnant. And where our steps and the concrete landing of the steps meet the asphalt, the asphalt is very slick. And I don't know why, but they're going to fix it now, because my left foot went whoop, and as I was trying to like correct myself, my right knee slammed into the ground. So needless to say, I busted up my knee. It's all lovely. That's facetiousness. And since it happened on school property, and when I went to tell them, hey, we might want to investigate why it's slick, because that same morning I had watched a parent kind of do a shuffle, like almost fall over themselves. And plus, I would have hated had it been my daughter's teacher, who's very pregnant, and had fallen. So at least it was me. Like, I'm cool. Needless to say, it kind of ramped up my anxiety a little bit. And so when we got home, we went about our routine. And then Joyful Little One helped me clean it and bandage it. She's such a good little nurse. And she wants to just be helpful, and she wants to make things right. And so she was being very helpful to me. And then, like at 6 o'clock, I laid on the love seat, put my leg up, put an ice pack on it, and fell asleep for like 30 good solid 30 minutes. And then did her whole bedtime routine, came in and was going to attempt to stitch a little bit just because I'm loving a little bit of stitching in the evenings if I can get to it, or knitting, one of the two. I fell asleep. So I got a fairly decent night's sleep. I woke up kind of a bit, I've been sore all through the night. I was sore all day today. I did take my little soft ice packs with me and iced it and elevated it. Well, because I shared and it happened at work, I had to go get it investigated, make sure it wasn't anything, bad or whatever. It is going to have an epic bruise. That's what the very hippie-ish doctor that I saw at the Care Now said. Oh, that bruise is going to be epic. And I was like, oh, great. Fantastic. I do have some contusions on there. They did an x-ray. It's not broken. I do have a sprain of some sort. I jostled some stuff around in there. I'm older, so I mean, you hit 40 and the parts start to expire from the warranty. So, needless to say, the Care Now made me feel absolutely disgusting. So I came home. I changed all my clothes. I scrubbed my face, scrubbed my hands, disinfected, like as much as I could. I am going to go take a shower, but I wanted to go ahead and film this. So yeah, I went to the Care Now. Our Care Now is just sad. It's like, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of how filthy the floor dot is that says, keep your social distancing. Like, do you not wash the floors? Anyway, not where I wanted to spend the first part of my Friday, but it's okay. I have clarity. I have peace of mind now. My school I've done what I needed to do for my work, for my school. And so, needless to say, I have to go back next Friday. I'm like, no, not back to the Care Now. But it's okay. It will be all right. So anyway, that was kind of my fun little, I was walking and then I wasn't kind of a thing. It's funny. Carla Rolodex was like, no, you could spin it. Like, make it like you were doing backflips. I was like, dude, I can't do a backflip. I can hardly walk, apparently, correctly without slipping and falling. I blame it on the boots, which, let me tell you, I don't know what I'm more disappointed about. The fact that I busted up my knee, like, this is where my priorities are. Or that my very nice, hey, can you stop that, please? Nobody wants to hear your licky sounds. Yeah, don't lick to answer me. Okay, thanks. Sorry, the dog is in a licking fit. I don't know if I'm more upset about my knee. I'm clearly upset about my knee because it hurts, but it kind of gouged a big hole in the toe of my Christmas gift leather boots. So, there's no workman's comp for that, unfortunately. So anyway, there was that. So we had a big day on Wednesday. We have sworn in a new president and Madam Vice President. I have watched the Poet Laureate, 22-year-old, amazing Ms. I'm going to call her Miss Gorman. She is fantastic. I loved how she spoke with her hands. Like, it just, incredible. Incredible. I did not get to watch much because obviously it happened most of the time when I was at work. So I caught little snippets that people shared on Instagram. So yeah, I think that's enough chitter chatter. I've chatted about 14 minutes about just nonsense going on in my life. I hope everybody has had a great week and maybe you have stayed in one piece and not had to go to the Care Now. So how about we look at some stitching and some knitting? Would that be good? I think that would be good. So, actually, you know what? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about stitching and knitting. So the first thing, I am working a lot on this project because I am trying to meet my WIPGO goal, which is 14 days on this. And it's the goal for the year, but I thought, you know what? We're just going to go for it. And this is in a Love You More Studio Co. sleeve with this fanciful unicorn. This is a Tula pink fabric. This is from Barbara Anna Designs. It's the kit by Nitka Moscow, and this is called Tree of Magic. I love it. doing a Sal with Aaron T. Martini Stitcher and Amy Baruch, plus lots of other awesome folks. It's hashtag Tree of Magic Sal. And I am trucking along. This is on 18 count coloring cotton in Caraway. I did end up swapping out the kit linen for this Ada, and I am motoring, and I love it. This mushroom is incredible. I love this little cat and this little cat and this little bunny and the like hanging acorns and the butterfly. I mean, there's not a thing that I have stitched on this that I don't think is incredibly ingenious. My needle minder is from Mad from Minders. You can find on Etsy. And yeah, so I have not taken this off the hoop because I think I have about 4 or 5 more days left on this. I don't know that off the top of my head, but I know I'm over halfway to my 14-day goal, and I will finish my 14-day goal by the end of the month. So yeah, I'm excited about this, to get back to this evening. In fact, let's see. So I am doing a stitch along. Aaron T. Martini Stitcher started this stitch along, and then Michelle G, Bendy Stitchy, she said, oh, I'm going to stitch this one. So the original chart looks like this, and this is from Ink Circles. This was their Patreon exclusive from November called Goody Goody Gumdrops. Well, one of her patrons said, well, you can do it in these other colors and it's going to look like olives. So she actually did 2 charts. She did Alicia's olives, or Alicia's. I'm not sure if it's Alicia or Alicia's olives. But if you can either stitch just the olives on a light colored background, or you can stitch, I'm calling it the bologna, and make it pimento loaf. So it is hashtag pimento loaf Sal. This is on 20 count Ada in charcoal. And I have been stitching only bologna. A lot of bologna. And you know what's interesting? So there is a phobia. I think it's a phobia. I think it classifies as a phobia. And there's people that don't like holy things like this. My brother is one of them. So I can't show him this project until the holes are filled in. Because it's a phobia. It's like a true live phobia thing. True live phobia. Anyway, I actually have the other one for Goody Goody Gumdrops that I'm going to do on light colored fabric with the bright colors. So I'm going to do both of them. One's on 20 count, one's on 16, so they'll be different sizes. But so far I've only stitched just some bologna. And I think I'm probably going to stick with that, and then I'll fill in all the pimentos as I go along. Alright, so I just realized I have a Pass the Stash. So last week I had finished Berry Buzz by Luminous Fiber Arts, and I had asked if you wanted to stitch this to use the buzzword buzz in your comment. And so I did random YouTube comment picker. I did make sure that the person's name who was chosen had filled out my Happy Mail form, again linked below. Fill it out once. You don't have to do it every week or every time I offer a Pass the Stash or giveaway or anything like that. And please be 18. So, Chelsea Fisher, you are the chosen one of this chart. She said, I would love to stitch the buzzing bee. And so, this is going to be headed your way. I will get this out in the mail ASAP. So, let's put that right there. Stay, please. Thank you. Okay, so since I just showed my Ink Circles Patreon stuff, I thought I might share that I got some Happy Mail. I got 2 bits of Happy Mail. This Happy Mail I actually got from Miss Tracy Horner of Ink Circles because I am one of her patrons. If you are not a patron of Ink Circles Tracy Horner, you should be. Not just because you get goodies, not just because you get incredible charts, but she shares sneak peeks, she shares design ideas, she shares what's going on in her art mind. Like, by far, I am obsessed with everything. Like, I immediately read what she posts, and then her charts are fantastic. Fantastic. So I got this awesome envelope, and this is stamped. So this, she carves stamps too. This is a stamp. And then inside this are some goodies. So inside this, I have an awesome card, which I think is totally cool, with a note that says, "Dear Annie, thank you for your support in 2020. Wishing you health and happiness in this new year. My best, Tracy." So how cool is that I got a handwritten note from Tracy of Ink Circles. And in here, I got a vinyl decal of one of her mandalas, which is beautiful. I don't know where I'm going to put this. A place of honor, no doubt. And then I think these are so cool. I don't know if they're meant to be like floss tags or gift tags or what, but I'm thinking they could be gorgeous floss tags of all different mandalas. They could also go in my stitchy journal. Look at that one. They're so pretty. How awesome is that? They could be gift tags, but you know, I want to be stingy and selfish and keep them myself because they're beautiful. So I'm thinking floss tags, reusable floss tags, like use them for a project because I've got a lot of her projects going. So yeah, I thought that was so super special and just such a treat, such an exciting thing to get some happy mail from one of my favorite designers, who is truly an artist, like an artist of multi-facets. I did get one other bit of some happy mail. I got some happy mail from one of my Flosstube friends, both here and over on, ooh, it's falling, sorry, both here and over on Instagram. One second. Miss Lisa is her name. So Miss Lisa asked if she could send me a little something. And I said, sure, that's, you know, not necessary whatsoever, but how wonderful that would be. And so she said she was going to send me a little something, which she did send me a little something. And then she asked if Joyful Little One was still into American Girl stuff. And I said, oh my gosh, yes, she loves it. Well, Lisa used to do trade shows and craft shows and things like that and sell clothes for American Girl dolls. She sent Joy-Filled Little One some of the cutest, most precious outfits. Now, I will say, one of Joy-Filled Little One's goodies from her grandmother for birthday week was a new stuffed puppy named Mutsy. That's what she named it, Mutsy. Mutsy looks like a golden doodle. And Mutsy, according to the Amazon listing, and Joy-Filled Little One, is 14 inches. And she said, well, an American Girl doll is 18 inches, and Mutsy is 14 inches, so surely these clothes will fit Mutsy. So Mutsy has been wearing all of the clothes and being very fanciful as a dog. But anyway, oh my gosh. And they came on these sweetest little wooden hangers that you can tell Lisa made herself. And I hear every time she takes something off her, these are just the best little hangers. Oh my goodness, these hangers are so cute. Oh my gosh, these hangers are amazing. Like, she's over the moon thrilled. So it was really funny because she said she was going to send me something. And then she said, well, it turned out that it was a package for Joy-Filled Little One and a little few things for me. And I thought, you know what? That is okay. Like, I get true happiness from seeing her be, like, thrilled with getting something in the mail. I've said that I probably just need to start writing my child letters and sending them to my home because that's all she wants is to, like, get a letter. Get something in the mail. It's a kid thing. Okay, it's clearly an adult thing because I love Happy Mail too. But anywho, Lisa sent me this super cute little orc catcher that, you know, when you need to, you can just fold it up, put it in your bag, and then you can pop it open when we can go to retreats again and put all your little orts in there. Isn't that so cute? And I love the detailing, like the cute little ladybug with the daisy and then the daisy buttons. So cute. She sent me 2 weeks dye works that are on some old school labels, and I love it. I am here for it. So she sent me mulberry. Oh, and look at this old school label. Love it. And then this is mauve, which is a beautiful variegated. So I'll have to find a special project for those. And then I have been wanting to do a Mill Hill kit. I don't know how she knew this, but this is Sticks by Mill Hill. And this is Celebrate. And it's like little socks. And it comes with all the goodies and all of this. So thank you so much, Miss Lisa. That was such a fun surprise to open in the mail. It was all wrapped in pretty tissue and everything like that. Okay, so back to stitching. So one of my stitchy besties, Erin Two Martini Stitcher, said, you know what, we need to have a stitch along. We need to have a quirky Quaker stitch along for some of Deanna, Darling and Whimsy Designs quirky Quakers. Well, I have already stitched the puffin, which is number 1. I had hedgehog started, and I've purchased all the rest. There's also a bat, a fox, a reindeer, lovebirds, and then she has one that's fishbone that you can, she asked that you donate to a charity. And so I was like, I'm all for it, because I knew that I could get one finished and maybe even start another one. Maybe even finish another one. Anyway, so I did get a finish on the hedgehog. This is on 18 count Heartland by Picture This Plus. And I stitched this in Sulky, the 12 weight blendables. And this one is in, I think it's Autumn Leaves. And I just think it turned out so cute. I love it. I love these designs. They are so fun to stitch. And I love that you can pull out a variegated floss or a solid floss or change it up or whatever. I love it. And I started the bat, which is number 3. I chose my inspiration for this being Vampirina, which if you are at all in the know of Disney Junior, Vampirina is this cute little purple, like lilac-y purple bat. And it's about her and her adventures. Joyful Little One used to be into it like whole hog. And so I was like, I need a Vampirina one for sure. So I picked this 16 count slate Ada. It was an offcut from my LNS Stitch Niche. And I stitched this with Weeks Dye Works Sugar Plum, which is a really pretty variegated. And I started it on Saturday and finished it on Sunday morning. So there is the bat, quirky Quaker bat. And I think it's so cute. I love how it turned out. So these are so fun. So I have gone ahead and picked my items, my fabric, and my flosses for the remaining ones that have been released. I'm using a lot of the Mystical Diamond Art flosses because I had them and I think I was like, these are beautiful. I need to use these. So I'm using a lot of those for the ones that I have getting ready to go. I'm excited. So I had two finishes. 2 finishes this week. I feel so proud of myself. So on Inauguration Day, my gal, Rolodex, Carla, she started hashtag Inauguration Stitch Sal. Inauguration Stitching Sal. Something like that. And I chose to pull out my piece that I was doing for representation, or still am. Hashtag Representation Matters Sal and Diversity and Inclusion Sal. Those are both EJ of Sunshine Stitchers Sals. And so I pulled out Teresa Kogut's United We Stand. I love this chart. Somebody asked if I was using the called for the face and the hair. I actually, because I did not have 611, which is the called for, I did not have that when I kitted this and started it back in June. So I am doing her skin in 840, DMC 840, which is kind of a cocoa-y color. And then I believe the hair is as called for. This is on Bee Stitch Me, 27 count Linda in Through the Stones. And so this is where I have it so far. It is rather large because I am stitching this 2/2. So what I did was I did a lot of the outline of this light blue. I had run out of a string and I was done stitching for the night. So I have just this little bit more right here to connect the skirt. And then this is mostly fill in. This one's a lot of fill in. And then I have this sweet little girl's face and hair. And I think she has like a little, like a Statue of Liberty kind of a crown. And then this little girl has a bird sitting on her head. And she's holding a flag. So, I mean, there's more stitching. There's a lot of stitching in those skirts. But it's such an enjoyable stitch. I'm not in any rush to have it finished. Because I don't know how I would fully finish it just yet. And so I'm really enjoying it. And that's a beautiful piece of fabric from Brandy at Bee Stitch Me. And I have this one in a bag that Mandy, my stitchy friend, Mandy, made for me and sent to me. She pieced this and quilted it, and it's beautiful. It's one of my most favorite bags. My last bit of stitchiness is this is in a Diana bag. It is Kismet Stitches. For Alpha My Bets, which is a year-long stitching challenge in Semi-Sane Stitchers. So every 2 weeks, we start a new letter of the alphabet, and we pick a project or more that we're basically going to stitch the alphabet through. So I chose the Heart and Hand, making sure they're in order, Heart and Hand, Bird in Hand, Winter, Spring, Summer, Thanksgiving, and Christmas to do. So yes, I am doing 5, but it's 1 letter every 2 weeks. And so I kind of try to do 1 letter and some detail every 2 weeks. Stitching it mostly called for, but some deviation. This is on 20 count Ada from Bee Stitch Me in Peanut. So I have finished all of the letter B's. So here is Winter. I did some more of the white snowflake detailing for Winter. Here is Spring. There was a flower that needed to be finished over here. There's Spring. I did quite a bit more on Summer because I wanted to do the strawberries. So Summer, I did all the rest of the strawberries, both the leaves and the berries themselves. I'd only had 1 of them stitched. And then I also did those 2 little green accents while I had green on my needle. And then for Thanksgiving, this one I just put in the letter B. Next time I pull this out, I'm going to fill in the top of the border. And then for Christmas, I just did the letter B because I had done so much of the border on both of those. So the goal in all of this is to see if you can get the whole chart, or charts in my case, finished at the end of the year. And I don't foresee that being a problem because these are all pretty small. It doesn't take much. All of the alphabets are in the same Weeks Dye Works grapevine. So that's not a problem at all. I really only have 1 knitting project to show. That is my socks. And it is in this cute little bag from Spectacular Yarns. I am doing a CC Java Pearl Vanilla Cappuccino sock. It is Toe Up Magic Loop. And I did the Judy's Magic Cast On. This is in Nomadic Yarns. Kiss the Girl. It's a self-striping sock yarn. So my needles are a US 1. And I think this is a 24-inch cable. So I've done quite a bit since I showed this last week. I mean, for me, I don't get a ton of knitting time in, but I did, several stripes here and there. I love how these are shaping up. My Progress Keeper is from Charmed and Dangerous on Etsy. She does polymer clay. It's a cute little skunk. This was from her December Charm Club that you can sign up for at the beginning of each month, and they have different themes. So yeah, loving it. These are fun to work on. I did have them on a 9-inch circular, but it's too small. I like the magic loop. My next pair I'm going to try at the urging of my local LNS, Julie at Juju Knits. She shared with me about 2 at a time toe up on magic loop. So my next set I will do like that, and I'll do my 2 balls as 50 gram instead. My goal this week is to, in my free time, work a bit more on my Land of Sweets cow, but I'm not there yet. So plans. Today, typically on the 22nd, I work on Snow Queen. I don't think I'll get to it tonight. That's just being honest, but I am planning to work on that tomorrow. I am going to start on Sunday a cute little frosted pumpkin birthday thing for the little one. So let me, I think I'll pull it, I think should be able to pull it up from my drive to show you. Because I think it's really cute. I bought it when they had that huge sale, and I bought a lot of things from them. But I thought, you know what? I want to do this as like a little banner, or like to go on the back of her chair at home or whatever. So I am doing, do they have the one that doesn't have the, okay, This comes with several different variations. One with the year or the age and the name, one without the name, one without the age. So this is Happy Birthday is what this is called. It's by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I am doing it with the name, but without the age. So it's a cute little banner with these adorable little woodland animals. So it'll say Happy Birthday and then her name. So what's going to end up happening is I will show it as finished without her name. I've also contemplated putting her nickname on there. So I don't know. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I may just, when I fully finish it, just cover it up. Because as I've said before, I am choosing to keep that part of my daughter's life private until she is of an age where she can adequately decide for herself how much of a present she wants out in this world. So that's coming on Sunday. And then on Monday, I'm so excited because the new stitch along from Caterpillar Cross Stitch called Made to Create is starting. Yay! So I will be starting that on Monday. It is not too late to get your PDF. It is charted all in DMC. And so you could easily go get that PDF. You can use Joy-Filled 10 for 10% off that PDF, or go ahead and order the full kit because it's fantastic. Comes so nice and amazing, and I highly recommend. And why not get 10%? Even if you're not going to stitch it right now, use the 10% while it's still good. Go buy it and hold on to it. It's and watch it, because in my opinion, you might like parts of it. You might not want to stitch the whole thing, but you might like some of it because it's all crafty related. So it's not stitching specific or anything like that. So I'm super pumped about that for Monday. And then Stargazer is coming. I have not yet figured out exactly what day I'm going to start that. I may wait until February to start Stargazer. I kind of thought about Lunar New Year for that. I don't know why, just because. And so yeah, those are some plans. WIPGO's coming along, so I've got more time on Tree of Magic. I met my goal on Berry Buzz, but this next week, new numbers will get chosen for February. So that will give me some idea of what's coming in February for my WIPGO board. I have a few more things I want to check off on my 24 hours of cross stitch. Oh, this is 24 hours of cross stitch weekend. I will not get 24 hours in. I just know that. But I am going to try to stitch some each day. That's my personal goal. I was going to say one other thing. I don't remember. It wasn't that important, obviously. So anyway, I think we need to do some stash. How about that? It's joy-filled stashy stash time. It's joy-filled stashy stash time. And the first thing I want to show you doesn't even fit in my joy-filled bucket. It's a special delivery to you from Forbidden Fiber. I'm so excited. This is my Be Mine Valentine yarn countdown. Look at this. Is that not so cute? And then what you can't tell is each of these green that's back here is a wrap skein. So there's some other goodies in here. There's a pin. There's some other stuff. But I don't know if I'm going to do a daily opening. I think I shall. I think we might. But as far as I know, it's saying that they're designed to be opened starting on Valentine's Day. So I'll have to decide if that's exactly what I'm going to do. But it includes 12 mini skeins of their Gluttony sock yarn, which is a super soft and lofty superwash, merino nylon blend. And it was created and dyed specifically for this box. And then it's got some other fun goodies that I will share along the way. But I think this is so special, Leanne. I am over the moon. I cannot with these paper flowers. Like, look at how cute this is. Can this be my screenshot? Watch, it won't get that. But I can hope. One can hope and dream. I'm so excited I got this box. Like, I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, I have like a month to wait. This is what I had to do too with the white elephant and with Treehouse Knits. It's okay. We can make do. Okay, this is a package I don't think I'm supposed to open yet because I am participating in Acorns and Threads stitch-in thing that's going to be virtual on the 31st. It's called a Gathering of Nuts. That's its like colloquial name. That is not how that's said. So I don't think I'm supposed to open this, but I'm so excited for what's inside here and to participate with lots of my fun stitchy friends. All right, so now what can I show you? Because that was all mysterious. So Color and Cotton put up some grab bags and then their website crashed. It was Shopify. Their customer service is phenomenal because I reached out to them via Instagram, not expecting anything back anytime soon because it was like in the evening time. And I said, hey, it keeps glitching and won't let me get to checkout. And they were like, oh, I think it's something with the back end because now we can't even see or whatever. So like it would let me add them to my cart, but it wouldn't let me check out. Not with PayPal, not with Shopify, not with Google Pay or Apple Pay because I was trying all the things because I was like, grab bags, yes! These are my favorite to have on hand for small projects because you get lots of variety in lots of counts. And so the amazing customer service team, I don't know exactly who it was, but whoever it was is incredible. They said, how many were you wanting to get? Because we will hold them, we'll pull them for you. And you can either check out tomorrow or we can PayPal or we can invoice you to your email. And I'm like, invoice me to my email whenever is convenient for you. And I was trying to get 4. I had 4 in my cart because why not? And so amazing. So they came tonight. I haven't even opened these. So I am sorry in advance for the crinkle for those who have headphones on. I watch with headphones, so I get it. But I got 4 grab bags. So I got this amazing greenish color. This looks to be like a 16 count in this green. This looks to be an 18 in this gray. This reminds me a lot of Tombstone. So that's exciting. And then this, and I'll measure all of these and I tag them and put them in my drawer. This is a beautiful dusty blush rosy color, kind of like a little bit like Canyon. And this looks like a 14 count. So that was one of them. I was pumped when I saw this because this got 20 count on top. And I'm like, yeah, 20 count. Woohoo. So here's some 20 count. Dying. That's like chalkboardy. Love it. This looks like a 16 count in kind of a pretty tealish light color. And this looks like an 18 count in a blush rose. So far, no overlap. Not that I care. I will use all the color and cotton. I need more companies to do the grab bags. This is a 14 count. Very pretty. This looks like a 16 count in kind of a gray. And this looks like maybe a 14 count. So good. Oh my gosh. So these are basically all about an 8x12. So like a fat 16th. Which is perfect. You can easily fit it like 2 ornaments on these. Look at this pretty green. This kind of reminds me of that other one I just opened a minute ago. This one's an 18 count in this really pretty peachy color. Cantaloupe-y color. It might even be cantaloupe. And then this is a 14 count, I think. So I'll verify, but look at this stack of gorgeousness. All the pretty fabrics. Love it. And thank you so much for the amazing, amazing customer service. I mean, cannot beat it. I'm not really quite certain why I threw my whips down in this bucket, because that's typically where I throw my stash. All right, so my friend Lauren, I call her my friend, over at Treehouse Knits, posted some serendipity yarns, which are kind of her fun, like, they didn't quite meet her dye specifications, so she calls them serendipities. And I took it as an opportunity to grab some beautiful yarns. So this is a serendipity. This is a fingering weight, 80-20. Look at that. Dude, that is incredible. And when I say dude, I don't mean like dude. I'm like, dude, because it's incredible. I don't use that like a pronoun. I use that like as a wow, dude. This right here, look at that. That's genius. This is going to be a phenomenal pair of socks. My goal in life is to have a drawer full of hand knit socks because wool socks are my jam. Because I have to. Like October to March, wool socks for me. All right, then I got, this is a DK. Look at how pretty that is. Again, this is a serendipity. Mind you, look at her new branding. Which, cool story behind it. When her old bands, that was something she just really quick came up with because she was selling yarn. And this is really what her kind of whole vibe is. And so I love that she's, you know, kind of come back to what she really wanted it to be. So I think this one's beautiful with the speckles. And then lastly, I'm excited because this is a slub and I've not done slub. This reminds me a lot of Skyfall. But so slub is 90% merino, 10% nylon. This has 438 yards, but I love the kind of blobbly texture. That's super technical, let me tell you. But I think this is beautiful. This will make a beautiful shawl. So I snagged up those. And then my other friend over at Molly Klein Designs, Miss Molly herself, she writes the cutest little thank you notes. She posted and said she didn't have much of this yarn left. And so I said, everybody go, I shared it on my story. Go buy this so I can't. And she was like, oh, and she sent me tea. Some Tea Vive, peach and passion fruit, black tea. I can't drink that, but I can gift it to my sister-in-law who loves tea. She said, I don't dye this very often. So if you like it, you should go get it. And I was like, oh. She didn't have to twist my arm that hard. This is Tainted Love, and this is in a sock yarn. I think this is in, yeah, Sweet Sock. I think it's gorgeous. The grays and the charcoal and this, like, pop of magenta. It's awesome. And then she had on there, they're expecting a new baby, and so she did a mystery, pink or blue. And so you ordered not knowing, and you could kind of, like, see, are they having a girl or having a boy? So if you, like, for some odd reason or have ordered this not knowing, like, you wanted to participate in the mystery, spoiler, because I'm going to tell you, it's a girl. And it's a really pretty cream and pink that's going to make some super fun socks because I got Sweet Sock. I better get knitting a little faster to do all these socks I want to do. It gonna happen. All right, then I got my Color and Cotton. I realized I left something over there. Darn it. I'll show it next week. It's not time sensitive. I got my Color and Cotton floss of the month. And so I got Carmine, which I have a whole project going in Carmine. I love it. Balsam, Winter Prairie, Brandy, and Adobe, which I think this is a gorgeous winter palette. My lighting is really good today, or at least I think it is. I think it's something too with this new iPad that it changes the tone depending upon what is up by my face, which is pretty awesome. I have been getting the 10 skeins all colors. I have dropped to 5 because I'm running out of storage, even though I stitch with these a lot. Sugar Plum, Palomino, Daffodil, Mink, and Lullaby. So a good selection. I'm also starting to get some duplicates, which is not a bad thing. But like Carmine, I think I now have like 8 skeins because I bought like 7. It is what it is. Okay, so one of the thing I'll show you next week is I bought Sulky. Their website was having a sale because I've been loving stitching with the Sulky. And so I bought the 30 count, basically all the blendables, which are they're the variegated ones, these small spools, and it comes in like a storage container. I will show that next week. They kind of have sales pretty frequently. Now they have other colors that are available in their larger spools. These have, I want to say, oh, here we go. 330 yards. These are great if you're doing like a big monochromatic piece, like a pandemic or something like that. So this is color 7134008. I am sorry I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's a really pretty one. So I got the 300 in this one. This I do not believe was available in the smaller spool. And then this one is 713-4031. This is another pretty blendable. So I got those two. I'll show you the big case next week. I don't want to have to splice this together. It takes longer to upload when I have to edit. In fact, this may not even have the opening credit thing. So then I signed up for Crazy Annie is doing a sledding ornament club from Annie B's Folk Art. They partnered together. So you get a chart with 3 patterns in it. And then you can add on the first month a pack of perforated paper, which should be enough for all 36. So I got my first month. This is January. And so it has this cute little house, this snowman, and this tree. I have not ordered the sledge yet. I am going to do those once I actually start stitching these. I don't really have storage right now, storage room for all the sleds. And I don't know how many I'm going to stitch. So in my mind, I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to figure out how many I want to stitch. The one nice thing about their clubs like these is you can kind of cancel anytime. So like, I think these are going to be fun to stitch. I think. We'll see. I may not even like the perforated paper. All right. And then I became a member of Mo's Sale group. And she posted some silks that I wanted to try. Her prices are incredible. When she posts, she will sometimes post Hanks, which is 100 yards for about $17, or skeins, and her skeins have 17.4 yards, and it's $3.50. So this was like last week's, I think, and so I got 2 skeins of Verdant, which is a beautiful peacocky green teal color. I got 2 skeins of Parma, which is beautiful. I need to put these on thread drops or something because I'm afraid they're going to get all tangled up messed. And this is Granada, which is a beautiful orange. So I think these are beautiful together. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I wanted to try them out. And I actually joined, I had heard about this on, I think it was Sarah My Stitching Kingdoms. I think it was her. She had talked about that Mo does a Christmas like goodie box, but you pay $10 every month, and then she sends you like a whole cool box full of stuff in time for Christmas. And so I thought that's pretty cool, like $10 a month, and it'll include some flosses, some fabric, like some different stuff. So I was like, awesome, sign me up. So I signed up for that. So that's pretty much all she wrote in terms of stitchiness. So let's do some Angel Kindness card. How about that? So these are the Teresa Kogut Angel Kindness card. And I chose this one this week because I think she's beautiful. She's also really close to the top of my stack. And on the front it says, love is the answer. And then on the back it says, you are loved by many. Make them your focus. In this way you will find joy. And so I was really like compelled to share that because I think often I myself, I don't know if this is everybody else, I will often focus my energies on the people that don't necessarily demonstrate qualities of love towards me or qualities of care towards me. And by focusing my energy on that, I'm obviously not finding joy. And so I need to remember to hone in on who are the people that show care, who show love, who show concern for me. And that's where I need to really like spend my time and my energy. And so obviously that's my family. That's my close friends. That's the people I work with because they're amazing. That's those of you in this community that we check in on each other and we show care and concern towards each other. So, you know, going into this next week, you know, we're facing still more of the same. I'm looking at, I know my second dose of my vaccine is supposed to be on Wednesday. I have not yet heard how that's going to work because the first round of folks that should be getting their booster starts on Sunday. So I'm kind of waiting to see how that works. Some people have said with the way it's working with us is I will just show up. Well, then I'm thinking, okay, do I need to be prepared? What time of day? Do I need to, you know, leave work early? Can I go after work? Do I need to take part of a day of work? So I'm just not really sure how that. And so for me, as kind of a planner type person, I'm feeling like I need to control that, and it's something I can't control. And so I'm leaning in to the things I can control, which is the relationships around me, the things I expend my energy on, and the things that bring me joy, which is filming for you this evening. It's working on my crafts, my hobbies, and it's checking in with some of y'all on Instagram and your comments below. So thank you so much for hanging out with me yet again this week. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. We're nearing February. We're looking at kind of a mild rest of the winter, but I'm hearing that because of our La Nina that's settling in, we might have kind of a wild and crazy spring, so we shall see. With that, I will say, so long, stitch well, I'll see you soon, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, and I'll see you next Friday.